everyone, and welcome to the daily newspaper analysis, which is brought to you by Lawseco. Today, we will discuss two articles. Both are from the Hindu. The first article is Seeking a Paradigm Shift in Mental Health Care. This article talks about a very important topic, which is the mental health care, and that why, in the current situation and scenario, we need to be more aware about it and we need to pay more attention to this problem. And the second article is Vacancies Send a Wrong Signal. Now, this is another beautifully written article which talks about the problem of vacancies, specifically in the high ranked government posts, and how does this problem impact the entire system of governance and it causes the people to become demotivated, has been discussed in this article. So this newspaper analysis is presented by me. My name is Sheva Khan and I am a law graduate and had completed my law degree in the year 2019 with a gold medal in my batch. I am here working as the manager for current affairs vertical at Lawseco, and if you wish to connect with me or find me, you can find me on my Twitter as well as LinkedIn handles. The description or the links to both are given in the description box below. Also, a very important announcement that if at all you are thinking to participate or crack the Indian Judicial Services examination and you have any doubts regarding your preparation, then here we have Lawseco 3-day boot camp, which is absolutely free of cost, coming this 10th of July till 12th July from 6 to 9 p.m. And you can register now itself. You can find the link to register in the description box. Never miss it. With this, let's see what is the multiple choice question from yesterday's discussion. Stan Swami was a well-known, your options are women rights activist, tribal rights activist, environmentalist, or none of the above. If you know the answer, you can put it down in the comment section below. This is the descriptive question of the day. How do long-term vacancies in higher government posts impact the system as well as the morale of the employees? Give some recent examples. So if you wish to download the PDF of these slides or want to avail other study material, you can join our Telegram channel. The link to this channel is also there in the description box, or you can simply scan this QR code that you are seeing on your screen. Also, do not forget to follow us on our Instagram channels for judiciary, CLAT preparation, as well as UGC Net. Let's get started with our discussion of the first article of the day, which talks about the shift in mental health care. So the WHO, which is the World Health Organization, recently launched the guidance on community health services. Now, one thing that I would like to share with you as well, that when this pandemic of COVID-19 had started to, in the initial days when the lockdown had occurred, people were losing their jobs and everything. Even from that very time, we had articles coming up in the newspaper, and every now and then the people were discussing about the stress on the mental health of the people. To be very honest, even I at that particular time could not really connect to the both these things, that how this thing, which is a physical world thing, could impact health, and that to mental health, that badly. Because yes, the impact was there, but it was not as severe as we see it today. But in the current situation, when we all of us, have been stuck at our homes, we are not able to go out, we're not able to socialize or meet people. Many of us have lost our jobs. We are facing economical crunch, financial crunch, and various other problems. In such a situation, most of the individuals who, in general situations, were very much healthy when it comes to their mental health, still they are under stress right now. And that is why now even I as a personal, as an individual, realize that how important has it become to pay good amount of attention on the mental health, keeping in mind the negativity which is looming around in the entire world in the current situation. So let's talk about the World Health Organization guidance that we have received on this direction. So it has drawn from 22 countries. So these models balance care and support with rights and participation. And it includes 3 models from India as well. So firstly, it addresses the issue from the same side as the mental health services and focuses on co-production of knowledge and on good practices built around the key themes of crisis services, peer support, supported living, community outreach, etc. And that is why in the recent times also we have come up with a complete helpline number or a complete helpline portal which is there for the mental health services, which is called as Kiran. And in this situation, we can see that the government and the other related authorities and even the people at large are becoming more vigilant and more aware about keeping their mental health in the good shape and form. And that is why we need to make the community inclusion and dialogic practice a way of life, and this is a big problem. See, otherwise a a very very confident person also can feel secluded if we do not tend to support that person. So just imagine the plight of a person who is already going through some mental trauma or mental stress, and we make that person feel aloof or something, that something is wrong with that person, which ultimately is the triggering point of deteriorating the mental health of this particular individual. And that is why we as responsible citizens also should make efforts to get community inclusion done, that even if somebody is going through stress, depression, hard times, or even some kind of mental trauma, we should make sure that we are making that person feel comfortable, and that he is as normal or as comfortable or as good as we are. And that is why we have a need for a responsive care system as well. So the persons with mental health condition need a responsive care system that inspires hope and participation. A very general and very generally seen example of this I would share over here is that if at all we see a child or we see a person who is, he faces difficulty to understand things in one go, or who might not be as sharp as you are or as we are, and we tend to very easily pass comment on that person that, hey, are you crazy, are you mad, or like pagal hai kya, so these taunts we add when we, when we are giving away these taunts or these kinds of dialogues, we are not even able to understand the impact that this might have on the other person who is taking these taunts or comments from us. And that is why we need to create a system or an environment which is very much responsive as well as very much sensitive towards these problems, and we do not make them feel very much aloof or that something is really really wrong with them. And that is why this term is called as othering of persons, like we make them feel like others, we and you. So whenever we try to make this diversion of this kind of separatism in the society, that we try to make them feel as someone else or something else, or who seem different from the dominant groups, this is the very triggering point of deterioration of the mental health. And that is why the policy and laws fail to meet the international human rights standards, and the society treats them with visceral forms of prejudice, which definitely should not be the case if at all we really respect the human rights in our country. So, if we talk about the network of services that we have, so recently the Supreme Court and the High Court advised the vaccinations for those in mental health care homes and for those homeless and living with a mental illness. And that is why they were also given priority for the vaccination drives. And we have the aim to provide a network of services ranging from soup kitchens to mobile mental health and social care clinics, wherein mobile services and, these short-term and long-term services can be provided to the people in need. And thus small emergency care and recovery centers for those who in need crisis support instead of the larger hospitals, and even smaller clinics which can be available at easier distances or at easier costs are available, and it should be done for the benefit of these people. So, if you talk about the scenario, that what is the mental health scenario in the country, so 1 in every 5 Indians will suffer from depression in their lifetime, and 42% of the private sector employees have general anxiety disorder or depression. So, this is, a big thing to be, concerned about, and that is why we should definitely invest into mental health care in the country. So let's discuss the second article for the day, which talks about vacancies in top government posts. So the delays in promotions and appointments not only affect the organization as such, but also they demoralize the officials who are eagerly waiting for their promotions. So very recently also there have been a lot of instances where vacancies and delay in the promotions have been seen. Let's see a few. So, if we talk about the National Human Rights Commission, which is the NHRC chairman, so this position or the post of the NHRC chairman was kept vacant until June 2021, wherein H.L. Dattu had retired as the chairman back in December 2026, and it took approximately 6 months to fill in this post. Then the director for CBI, it was kept vacant since February 2020 after Rishi Kumar Shukla had retired, and thus now Subodh Kumar Jaiswal has been appointed as the CBI director. Even if we talk about the election commissioner, so after the chief election commissioner, Sunil Arora, retired in April, one of the election commissioner became the CEC by seniority, and the post of the election commissioner became vacant, and now Anup Chandra Pandey was appointed in June. And if we talk about the ADR, he has filed a petition, a PIL in the Supreme Court demanding the appointment of the election commissioner by the committee as done by the CBI director. So it was also referred to the 255th Law Commission report that recommended that the election commissioner be appointed by high-powered committees only in order to maintain the transparency in the entire system. And even the NCRT has not had its head, and half of the 40 central universities do not have their vice chancellors. So can you see that almost the most important institutions or the most important bodies, be it the NHRC, the CBI, the Election Commission, NCRT, all of these, which are very, very important for running the country smoothly and the entire system of governance very smoothly, they have had the problem of delays and vacancies in the entire system. And that is why let's understand that what has been the dire impact of these vacancies. Firstly, it paralyzes the backbone of the organizations, because obviously, if in case even the position of the leader is vacant, so definitely we will lose out onto the vision that the particular institution has. Then it sends a wrong signal to the nation that the government is not very much active, the government is not looking forward, or it is not taking care of these institutions, or maybe the institutions that they are dealing with, like for example, be it the education, the investigation, the elections, etc. The government is not very much vigilant towards these activities. Then the steps that are needed in this direction are: appointments can be announced well in advance, so that even before the seat is vacant, we know that who would be the next person to take up the seat. Like in the example, we have the Chief Justice of India. So even before Sharaday Bobde had retired as the Chief Justice of India, we got to know that Justice N.V. Ramanna would take over as the next 48th CGI of India. So we can announce the vice chiefs and the vice chiefs months in advance, and also the political considerations need to be pushed to the back seat for a clean and honest administration, and that is why complete transparency should be followed in this entire system. So this was all for the day. We hope it was a good and informative session for you all. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channels for never missing an update. Thank you so much.